Dynamic is a word you're going to be hearing a lot with the next MarediModa in Cannes in November. And dynamic is actually a very good word because the market is in a state of dynamic flux. So, in my opinion, the good news is everybody's looking at swimwear. You look at the designer shows and the growth of the resort shows and all the pre-collection shows. Swimwear is a very strong statement from designers. The second thing is that people are looking at their lives in a more considered way. Not so much 724, and this is a very millennial pushed thing. They want to have a different style of life, and getting experiences from life is very important. Travel is a huge thing. I live in Amsterdam. You can't move on a Saturday for travelers. Barcelona is the same. Everybody's saying so many people on the move, so many people getting experiences. So let's hope all this movement and all this drive for experience will drive swimwear sales. Now, there's a dark side to all this. The problem is that garments and fashion is not selling. They are spending their money, as I said, on experience, and we are now facing something called a transformational economy. We've done the experience economy. We are moving on into a new level. Yes, once upon a time we talked about product, then we talked about quality, now we talked about lifestyle, Starbucks, all the rest of it. We're looking for something else. Transformational products, transformational economy means making things, delivering things to a consumer that will change their lives on a major basis. Not just on an aspirational basis, but how they live their lives. It's also about cooperation. It's also about everybody working together. I'm not a manufacturer over here of fabric, and there's a fiber producer, a yarn producer, and then there's a garment maker and a swimwear maker, and then there's a customer. Everybody in this transformational market has to work together to curate a program and even involve the consumer in this project. This is going to be a very, very big issue facing fashion and swimwear. The great sportswear companies, Nike and Adidas, have already addressed it. They're already looking at how to involve consumer from pop-up clubs to running clubs to making shoes which do their shoelaces up to looking at balance technology. They are really working on this. So the question is, how can we be part of this transformation economy? The next word is athleisure. We're all tired of it. I know. 4 years of athleisure, but it doesn't go away. Athleisure has come, and in my opinion, on the base level, on the volume level, peaked in Europe. I think we've seen the prices go down. We've seen too many cheap garments. We've seen too many manufacturers who didn't know what they were doing, how to sew a stretch fabric, what needles to use, etc., etc. And we're seeing things like denim on the way back. Having said that, the prognosis for athleisure is one of 30% growth on a global basis from now until 2020. Driving that will, of course, be the new markets. China is absolutely immersed in athleisure. You can't move for collections of athleisure being made and sold in China. But also coming is India, and also coming is the Middle East. Nike, people like that, are already making habibs and all the right kind of garments for sportswear athleisure on a pan-global basis. But there is still room for athleisure in Europe. And that athleisure has to be based not on some cheap yoga pants, but on a considered collection based on performance and quality. P stands for performance as much as it stands for pretty these days. You have to combine the two of those things together. Now, everybody is mixing bags and apples, pears and all the rest of it. There's no longer bodywear here, swimwear here, athleisure here, active sports here, fashion there. We have all the big companies are looking at this very carefully. Look no further than Adidas and Nike. They are making garments which are like for day wear. They're all over. They are part of the fashion business as much as they are part of the active sportswear business. We have to learn in the swimwear, bodywear section that we're also part of the athleisure garment family. There are no walls anymore. We have to look outwards and participate in this. It's not a question of stepping boats. It's not a question of getting off one boat and getting on another boat. It's about moving out, ripples, moving out, expanding our collection so we embrace all these areas without causing disruption. And it's easy. It's just a question of looking at how I can use my fabrics in a new way. Is it a bra top? Is it a swim top? Is it just a body top or a tank top? They're all the same garment. We're living in the same world. Now, looking to summer 19. 3 or 4 big statements. Number one, a new colour palette, right? Number one, no more obvious summer brights for swimwear. We're looking at new midtones, strong, rich, sophisticated midtones. We're also looking at a new palette of neutrals, not the usual beige and greyish. We're looking at tinted neutrals. And within that family, we have all those new flesh colours with pink moving to lilac, coral, etc. So very important. Also bringing in metallics to mix with these natural colours. I believe personally in greens. We already know that khaki is the new black, that everybody wants to have khaki as a base colour, but the new greens, dark greens particularly, very, very important and taken a long time to get here, but they are very important. Also, on a simple story, we know that yellow is the strong colour of the moment. Don't know if it will last to 2019, but everybody's backing orange. Now, because of the importance of colour, we have a lot of plain fabrics this season. Plains are coming back. They're as strong as all the prints and embellishment we've seen in recent years. But in the embellishment and the prints, it's really time to think out the box. It's not about making polka dots and Breton stripes and it's about, wow, where did that come from? Étonnez-moi, astonish me. I am placing, cutting, patching, mixing, hallucinogenics. I am making a whole new concept. I know where those prints come from, but they look so new. They are reproportioned. They are recolored. They are placed in the wrong place, and I'm using the wrong fabrics. Please attack the market and give us something different that we don't expect. And remember, it's not a question of that's good for bodywear, it's lace. That's not good for swimwear. Everything goes for this season. Dynamic is the right word.